And I invite the chief guest, Dr. Rajendra Singh Paroda ji, the chairman TAAS and the former secretary DARE and DG ICAR, New Delhi, to deliver the convocation address, sir.
His Excellency, the Governor and Chancellor of this important institution, Sri Thawar-Chand Gehlot ji, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Pro-Chancellor, Sri B.C. Patil ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, members of Board of Management, Academic Council, distinguished guests, dear students, ladies, gentlemen, and representatives of media. It's indeed a matter of great privilege for me to be a part of this 56th convocation of unique university, about which we have heard a lot and we have witnessed today. I'm really happy that having visited after almost a decade, I can see the reforms that have taken place and university has excelled. My congratulations to Honorable Vice Chancellor, all faculty members, and all dear students, to you all for having studied on this campus. Isn't it beautiful where you are sitting? Where it was when we were students. I wish I was student today. And I also am happy that this university has been accredited as A-grade institution. Congratulations. And it is producing also gold class students. Today we have seen so many, one taking 11 gold medals. It is amazing. It is really very exciting. And those who have worked hard, deserve appreciation, and their parents also deserve appreciation for providing them all the encouragement. Having said this, I would like to say that today is an important day in the career of the students, because you are going to take new responsibilities to serve this nation. I recollect when I was born, let me tell you, it was the year of famine, the famous Bengal famine, when more than 3 million people had died, not because of any disease, but because of the hunger. That was the wrong policy at that time by our rulers, and that led to starvation of people in eastern India. From that stage, even when I was student, doing my PhD at famous Indian Agriculture Research Institute, USA, we were called begging bowl, and our food security was ship to mouth. Which ship is coming with food and distribute food in which part of the country? From that, today, we can feel proud of what agriculture scientists and the farmer first. I would again congratulate university to give this honorary degree to a farmer. We have been talking of make farmer first. Perhaps this is the best example of it. We want to increase the income of the farmer, double. Our Honorable Prime Minister is talking. We want to also see that we try to save our natural resources. And I would like to say that I'm not going to talk much about what we have done and achieved, because it is all in my written speech, which is published, and you can read it later. Since time is short, I would only like to say that having achieved green, white, blue, and rainbow revolution, today our fruit and vegetable production has excelled the food grain production. Today, we are one of the important exporting country in the world. And today we are earning more than 50 billion US$ worth of exchange from agriculture produce. 20% of national GDP is still from agriculture sector. And above all, agriculture is a way of life. Agriculture is sustaining more than 60% people living in rural areas today. And we also are aware of the fact that without further progress and growth of agriculture, possibly we would not be able to excel in the global arena. In that context, COVID has recently told us that you need to look at the diversified food system. It seems we have over the years narrowed down our food basket and eating either four cereals, wheat, rice, sorghum, maize, and we have forgotten about many of the others, like Karnataka is known, and Karnataka is again to be appreciated that you are popularizing minor millets, and UN is going to organize next year the year of millets. So it's a matter of, again, great pride. We have recently UN Food System Summit, where it was clearly reflected that we would need to diversify the food system, which is not only to provide you calorie, but to provide you nutrition and also provide you immunity for good health. We need good health now. And when we look at that scenario, having achieved all these revolutions, we still have concerns of sustainable development goal. Sustainable development goal of what we call is zero poverty and also zero hunger. Now, in that context, poverty has reduced in many states, but many states are still having the problem, particularly eastern region like Bihar, Orissa, and West Bengal, etc. But Punjab, Haryana, even Karnataka, and many other states have progressed very fast and have demonstrated that we can address. And the government policies are also addressing that concern that the income of the farmer is increased, employment is increased, the NREGA is helping to a great extent to increase income of rural poor people, and we are also having the policy of what we call as National Food Security Act, under which 67% people are covered. Nowhere in the world you will find this kind of example. So we are making progress, but no doubt our major problem is of population growth. Despite all efforts that we are making, we are adding every year 11 to 15 million people to our population, which means almost one Australia we are adding every year. And for feeding these people, we would require at least minimum 5 to 6 million tons of food grains additional every year. So we cannot just sit on the laurels of the past, but we will have to make sure that we address our concerns for the future. We will be the largest populated country in next 3 years. By 2030, India will be having about 1.51 billion population and the largest in the world. Almost 20% of the global population, sustaining it from only 2.1% of area, global area. These are the challenges. We have major problem of nutrition security. We have our children below 5 years of age are malnourished and need better nutrition. And that is a major concern which we have to address. We have to provide household nutrition security. We have to provide diversified food system. We have to also lay greater emphasis on other sectors than crops alone, which we had done so well in the past. So we see that this all, and for increasing the income, we will need new technologies. We would need to scale innovations. We will need to involve youth. Involving youth means the also including women And I was so happy that majority of medals and the largest number of medals was taken by women. Congratulations. This shows the strength of our country. We have progress. When I was studying, there was no girl student in my class in graduation. See the change, see the change. And this has happened. And that's what we are seeing. And this is our hope. And this youth has to now work as extension agent. We have to make extension as a private entrepreneur. We also have to have entrepreneurs who can then produce the inputs of good quality and provide to the farmers on their doorstep. And we also will have to have agri-clinics in all KVKs, ethics centers in all KVKs, and universities to not only lay emphasis on these regular degree programs, but vocational programs for training the farmers, for young, school pass out to undertake agriculture as a profession. Much is required to be done. We want now secondary agriculture. We want now specialty agriculture, vertical agriculture, peri-urban agriculture, and protected cultivation, conservation agriculture. We have to make our gray areas green. The rain-fed areas somehow were bypassed by green revolution. But it's not that we don't have technologies, but we would require, and I remember when I talked to Dr. Borlaug, that what you see in India, which helped us achieve green revolution, because you are working in Africa after working here for almost 20 years, but there is no green revolution there. And his reply was, Raj, from where do I get policy support that you have here in this country? The second one was, where are the institutions of this kind? And third, where are the human resources of the kind sitting in this hall? It is not there in Africa, and therefore there is no green revolution. So even if there are technologies will not reach the end user and make a difference. So in that context, I really feel that much is required to be done. Youth has to embrace agriculture. When I joined agriculture, all classmates laughed at me. I was not that bad a student and did get also not many, but one gold medal. At that time, it was also an achievement, but everyone laughed. And I can tell you, I have no regret to have embraced agriculture as a subject. I took agriculture with the hope that I will help my mother for doing better agriculture on the farm. I never knew that I would be landing, doing research and serving other farmers and not my own farm. But in the process, the satisfaction is so great that country now today is keeping head high. We have celebrated 75th year of our independence. When 50th year was celebrated, Dr. K.R. Narayanan, that time the president in Central Hall, had told that if we have achieved anything in 50 years, one is on medical front, we have doubled our, life cycle, or which was 30 years, which became 60 years. And the best other achievement is through agriculture, that today we have become self-sufficient. We used to import 10 million tons of food and we didn't have money. So we had to take loan for it. And now today, we are talking of contributing from agriculture 1 trillion. Prime Minister is wanting 5 trillion economy in next decade's time. And I can tell you, agriculture will certainly contribute 1 trillion the way we are making progress. And that's what is, but in the whole process, this would not happen if we don't support more research, if we don't make more changes in our extension system, if we don't provide knowledge to the farmers. In Haryana, when I was the chairman of Farmers Commission, talked to the best farmers. The farmers said, we don't want subsidy. We want good knowledge. We want the best knowledge for new agriculture, not the traditional agriculture which we are doing. So the progressive farmer, and they also said, kindly help to see that our children continue working in agriculture. And when you look at that, we have to motivate and attract youth in agriculture. We have to provide them enabling environment. We have to provide them handholding. We have to mentor them. And this is the task of the universities of this kind. Today, we have more than 75 universities in agriculture. First one came in 1916, Pantnagar. And the way you are progressing, I would now say, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, why third in South India? Why not first in India? So our goal should be that. And why not only few gold medalists, the many gold medalists in future? My time is now up, since I am told Honorable Chancellor has to go for an important meeting. So I would only at the end like to say, dear students, sky is the limit. Don't think you will not succeed. But for that, what I feel is that you remember what what Swami Vivekananda had said. Take up one idea and make that idea your dream. And to make that dream realize, you must put all your efforts, your heart, your soul, your body to achieve it, and success will be yours. So I do feel that you would take up and maybe take up that kind of task, not look for white collar job, say government is not giving me job. Create job for others. Be job creator rather than a job seeker. And the other one is, if you ever feel afraid of anything, always turn around and face it. Never think of running away. And I think we should never run away. We should face, and we should face. And finally, they alone live who live for others. It's a great message. In agriculture, you don't work for yourself, you work for others. You produce not for yourself, but you produce for whole community. And you produce from less, more for more people. And in that respect, agriculture is a profession. But when you take this profession, you must have passion to succeed. And for that passion, you must also not think of your own success alone, but you must serve the society. And that is, so if you do something for the society, you will be remembered. If you do yourself for your own progress, your own family, only your family will remember you. So my dear friends, not only you do for yourself, but give something to the society. And that's what I feel is most important. And agriculture is one profession. It keeps our head high, and it is to be given the required respect. And I also would urge to Honorable Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellor, and also the officials I met, Secretary Agriculture, please support these institutions. Without funding support, this all will not happen. If these institutions are not there, our agriculture is going to be affected adversely. So I'm sure we will double, not only provide more support, we will double the funding of, and this is what we have been wanting at the national level for ICR. So that in future, we really are not only now, the Honorable Finance Minister yesterday said that from 5th position in global economy, we are going to reach 3rd position. I would say we will reach even 1st position. There is no doubt about it. We have all the elements. We have, God has given us everything. And only it is our will, our determination, and we must be globally wise, but we must act locally. And that's what I would like to expect from all of you. My best wishes and success to all the graduates and postgraduates. And my congratulations to the gold medalists. But those who have not received gold medal, I'm sure they will try next time to also get gold medal. Thank you very much.